Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with the first player ratings of the season. It's going to be very positive and very high ratings. I can already sense it. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Look, we've just been fucking humiliated at home, and we're still here providing you, the fans, the bloody content. So you got to come on. You've got to drop a like for that because. Come on, man. This shit is too much. Anyways, let's go to the player ratings. If you're watching it live, get your comments in. We'll put it on the screen. You say no more. We're going to go through every single player, all the substitutes, the manager. If I missed anyone out, let me know in the comment section. Obviously, the guys will do so. If you're watching it later, put it in the comments on the YouTube page. Let us know who your player ratings are. And obviously, I'll go around and comment on them. Anyways, enough of the waffle. Let's start with David De Gea. I'm going to keep it short and sweet for De Gea. I thought this is probably one of his best games in the Man United shirt in a long while. And I'm going to tell you why before people think, what the hell is going on? What are you talking about? Right, first and foremost, right, he made a mistake right at the start of the game with that pass, which actually led to the goal. So that's the only negative that he did. Man is that fantastic off his line. I've not seen him come off his line like that at all in my life. He had that slight shaky moment that got away with one. But it wasn't his fault. It was Lindelof who tried to head the ball back from the fucking halfway line, by the way, to De Gea. Luckily, De Gea got to it. Anyways, but he saved the penalty. Obviously, the rule's an absolute piss take. So I'm considering the penalty save as well. And just in general, he couldn't have saved any of the goals for me. So I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8. Yeah, because he saved the penalty at the end of the day for me. The fact that they got pulled back is an absolute joke. He saved the penalty. He couldn't really do anything about any of the goals. He made that fantastic save of Ayew, if you remember. That was reactions on that was ridiculous. So I'm going to give him an 8, and he sweeped really well for once. Adam, thoughts?
Yeah, fair play. I give him a bit of stick through the match with relation to confidence, but I've watched quite a few clips back and stuff of the game, and he did a lot which he's never done before or never done well before. So, and you do got to take into consideration the penalty save because the VAR is stupid. So basically, I'm sort of agreeing with you, but I went with a 7, not an 8. But still pretty good for today's performance.
For De Gea, literally one of the only people. I have been asking everybody, is there anyone that can leave the pitch with their head held high? Obviously, Donny van de Beek can. I'd probably say De Gea can as well because he wasn't really at fault for any of the goals. You know, people are being harsh and saying he should have saved the first. On me personally, I said it on the watch along, but when I watch the replay, it's just a good finish, man. He can't. He's running the opposite direction. It's almost impossible for him to save that.
That was Shaw's fault. I don't put that.
We'll get to Shaw, don't worry. Boss, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Adam on the score wise 7. I think he's too much for me. But one thing I liked about him most, he did all these other things that he doesn't normally do, but it was the fact that he was just bollocking the defense, man. I love that. I actually want that from a keeper. It's probably like what Schmeichel used to do back in days. Yeah. And you have to, because they were getting too many flipping shots. It's bloody Crystal Palace, man. You made it look like some, I don't know who they made him look like.
It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Simple as.
A couple of good saves. That one for Ayew and that was a proper reaction to save. Penalty, man. He never saves a penalty. I was so happy. I was so devastated. I actually cheered. I was so happy.
I said 2-0 before they even took it.
Well, I was looking at me thinking, have you scored? I'm like, none of you have scored, but we saved a penalty and then flipping that.
that rules, and obviously we'll save it for the podcast, but that rule's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm not having that. I'm not sitting here saying that we deserve to get anything out of this game because we definitely didn't. But that's an absolute piss take. Every goalkeeper comes off the line.
It's not going to happen. It won't happen again in the rest of the season. Watch. It's just going to be happen to us. It won't. I
know you're right. They won't put it back again.
They always do to us. Everything happens to the test.
Every goalkeeper will come off their line. There's not a goalkeeper in the world that stays on the line. It does not happen. Right. Anyways,
it's not off the line. He's just leaning slightly.
Right, let's move on from that. We'll talk about it in the podcast because it's player ratings and I don't want to dwell too much on that. Anyways, I've gone for 8. The boys have gone for a 7. It is what it is. Anyways, for sport gossip, to be fair, you've commented on every video today, so you're an absolute legend. I'm going to give you a shout out. Arsenal have just scored as well to make it 2-1, which is brilliant news. He's saying we need one signing. Right, we're going to talk about all the signings, etc. in tomorrow's video. This is just player ratings. So if you've got any comments regarding the player ratings, let us know. Anyways, moving on to Forcing Mensah. We'll start with you, mate.
What do you want to say about Forcing Mensah? Yeah, it wasn't his fault they got picked. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka, we don't know what's happened there. But I can't remember who mentioned, but he was on the bench, so he should be fine to play if he's on the bench.
He's not trained this week, really. He's not trained much this week.
I'm going to give him a 5. I don't want to be too harsh on Mensah. He wasn't that bad as well. I'll give him a 5, which is just below average. He didn't do anything amazing, but there was a few moments that he kind of got into good positions to actually get the ball across.
Right.
But I don't think the runs in that were ideal for Martial and that today. They're all off him, man. So yeah, 5. Keep it sweet.
Okay, Adam, what are you going for?
I've gone for basically a 4 because I feel like he was never there defensively. Yeah, he did pretty well, getting some crosses in, up top. But defensively, I felt like Scott was always covering him. Bruno was always covering him. Lindelof had to cover him, which meant he made mistakes, which will be on his as well. But his positioning defensively, I just think was terrible. But because he gave more than maybe even Aaron Wan-Bissaka might do up front in terms of crosses and stuff. I'll put it down as a 4 overall, but now that I've said all that, it probably should be a 3, but I've given him a 4.
Right, okay, so Sport Gossip's gone for a 5. I've listened to what you guys say. I'm gonna be very honest here. I was gonna give him a very low rating, maybe a 3. But listen to what you guys have said. You've given me a bit of food for thought. First and foremost, defensively, I don't remember him doing anything positive. Like, he made a couple of tackles, but we missed Wan-Bissaka. It's quite evident. Like, that whole right-hand side, every time they were attacking Mensah's side, I just thought they were going to get past us. A lot of the counter-attacks were coming from his side. He was out of position a lot of the time, but I suppose you can blame that on Ollie, because I'm assuming...
The one tackle I do remember, Usmaan, the one tackle I do remember was the one where he got a card.
The guy. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
But listen, on the plus side, going forward, to be fair to him, he put in 3 very good crosses, and there was no gambling.
Greenwood should have scored.
Oh, yeah, he should have got an assist, actually. Yeah, so I've got to bear that in mind. He definitely should have got an assist. Greenwood should have done better. And also, nobody gambled. There was a few that he put across the face, front post. Is the tap exactly. Somebody like a Giroud runs across the taps it in. Mensah gets an assist. So for that reason, I'm gonna give him a 4 because I think his defending positional sense let him down. I don't think defensively was poor. I think his position was poor, if that makes sense. Anyways, moving on to the centre backs. Lindelof, fucking hell, I'm going to keep it short and sweet at 1. I don't care.
Yeah,
if anyone gives him higher than a 1,
you're generous, mate.
You can't do minuses, so don't with that.
No, I'll do minus.
No, I'm going to give him a 0, actually. Why am I giving him a 1?
0. Mr. Ice Cool. Mr. Ice Cool gets a 0.
No, it's going to have to be a 0. All 3 goals are his fault. Literally all. Yeah, granted, the penalty, unfortunate. I'll give him the benefit of doubt on that one. Granted, but it's still his fault. First goal, just shoulder body him off the ball. If you're a fucking centre back, you should be out strengthening him. He's not even tried to lean into him or put him off balance. He's allowed him to cross it in fully balanced. Just even if you nudge him a bit, he might be off balance. The cross might not be as good because it was a fantastic cross. I've got to add. Obviously brilliant ball in from the I don't even know who it was, Ayo Zaha, whoever it was. But listen, end of the day, dog shit in the first goal. Second goal, obviously be spoken about. Third goal, absolutely embarrassing. Loses a 50-50 when it's not even a 50-50, it's like an 80-20. Zaha's not even expecting the ball to win it. And then he just kind of pokes it and Zaha spins him and leaves him for dead. De Gea's got absolutely no chance in saving that from there. All 3, and at that point as well, we were in the ascendancy. It looked like we might nick a draw. Not that we deserved it, but we could have nicked it. So I'm going to give a 0. If we're not allowing 0, I'm giving him a 1 max. Adam.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him a 1 initially, but I've got nothing.
We'll say you can't do 0. I'll just say 1.
No. But the thing is, I've got nothing to back him to change from a 0 to a 1. I don't know what he did good. I can't think of anything for his side.
That head as well. Back to De Gea, it was almost short. Who tries to head it from 40 yards out to the goalkeeper?
Basically, I agree with you because I can't think of anything he did that was good, that deserved anything more than basically a 0, which is what he should get.
He basically scored a hat-trick for Crystal Palace. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts. Ice Cool 0. Yeah, I mean, he was terrible. I've been so supportive over him and stuff, saying he's better than Maguire, and he's the one that needs to find another centre back with him. You know what I mean? Partner him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was so bad. But you know the way that you were saying about he got spinned and that turned for the goals and so first and the last one as well by Zaha. Yeah. It's like he's not even there. And it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't even much of a like leaning into anything. It was just a slight movement. Like he's got no balance whatsoever. It was like Bambi on ice, man. It was so poor.
What's
Positioning,
weird
I
about
think it
that
was just
is he
totally
got the
off.
ball first. I think Lindelof actually touched the ball first.
The third goal, he just bottled it. He had to go through the player and
Spear,
to get the
Spear
ball.
as well, man.
Get the ball and go through the player. That's what he had to do.
Go through them, flip in, yeah. Get a yellow card, whatever. Do something. You know what I mean? Put him off. Get in his face. I don't know what the hell. Yeah, it was such. It couldn't get any worse. Yeah, 0, man.
Okay. Look, we might be being harsh. Let us know in the comments. I can't.
No, there's no harshness there.
I can't imagine anyone's going to defend him. Right. Okay. Moving on. Maguire. I'm going to probably say something that you're probably going to be surprised with. I'm going to give him a 5. Reason being, I know it's a bit ridiculous because we conceded 3 goals, but the reason being, none of the goals are his fault. The first goal is definitely not his fault. You can make a case he might be in the wrong position slightly, but look, end of the day, Lindelof's got to deal with that. Shaw's got to deal with that. You know, I don't think he's at fault. Second goal, obviously penalty, he's not at fault. Third goal, what can I say? It's not his fault at all.
He's just not there. He's just not there.
Yeah, granted, he's not there, but every time someone ran at him 1v1, he did his job. Nobody got past him. There was a couple of opportunities. Zaha was 1v1 against him. He didn't get past him. There's a few occasions where Adam said, "Oh, he did really well there, Maguire." There was one towards the end of the game where he was 1v1 against Zaha. The ball got played into Zaha. I thought it was a shit pass, but I didn't give credit. And it was 5 for me. Personally, might be a bit generous, maybe 4. I don't know, but I don't think he was that bad. Adam.
I don't. My rating was bad.
Don't let you say what you were going to say.
No. The reason is because he said no, because you said to me, you just said there that I said, Harry Maguire did really well there in the match, and I'm thinking, shit, when did I see as well? Because I gave him a 3. I was like, when did I see?
You've given a 3. That's fine.
I've given a 3. No, but the reason is not based. Not actually. I'll stick with my 3 because it's not based on his performance as a defender. It's based on his performance as a captain. I think he let us down.
Agreed.
That's why I gave him a 3.
That's fair enough. I think, to be fair, everyone's going to agree with you two here anyway, so don't change it. What's what you're going for?
Yeah, I'm going for a 3 as well. I can't go any lower than that. I can't go any higher than that. You know what? We were playing with our flipping captain. No leader, nothing. Like you said, he wasn't there, made any mistakes because he wasn't freaking there. He was nowhere. He's in no matter. No. I'm telling you now, as a captain, he played so crap. There was nothing. There was not one moment where he actually barked to the flipping guy next to him. Lindelof made that mistake. Did he actually go up to him? It was flipping De Gea. I rate De Gea for that. It shouldn't be De Gea's job. Flipping, where the hell is Maguire? Is he still in? I was going to say something else. But yeah, it was so poor for Maguire, man. He didn't do anything like majorly wrong, but like when it comes to captaincy, and if you're a captain of Man United, you've got to flipping speak up, man. You got to speak up and show your leadership skills.
Right, okay, let's move on to left back. Luke Shaw. I'm just going to keep going first because I feel like my rating is going to be different to everyone else. So he was definitely at fault for the first goal. There's no denying that. I didn't see the penalty because my stream lagged out. So I don't actually know if he was at fault at all for that. No. I know obviously Lindelof gave the penalty away. The third goal, he definitely wasn't at fault for the third goal because he was inside the pitch. I'm going to give him a 4. I think going forward, he could have been better. He definitely could have been better. However, he probably got more take-ons than Rashford did, which is not saying a lot, but at least he tried to take his man on. Okay, granted, he wasn't good. He might be a 3, he might be a 4, give or take, whatever, how you're feeling. 4 is not a good rating anyways. So I'm just going to stick with 4. I don't think it's a good rating. Obviously, 6 is average, give or take. Adam, what are you saying?
Yeah, I wrote 4 as well. He tried. You could see him trying on the attack, but in essence, the first goal was his fault. He didn't have a good game overall, and he deserves his 4.
Okay, Vas, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think 4 because like he keeps on hitting that stupid brick wall, that imaginary brick wall, where he gets to a spot and then why doesn't he just drive into the frigging box and shoot? I don't get this thing where he doesn't take his man on, he doesn't go down the byline, and he doesn't actually drive into the box and actually go for a shot. Why don't they do that? Don't they teach him that or something? I don't actually get it. But then again, with Luke Shaw, you got to be a bit. He needs a run of games. Obviously, he's been out. Well, no preseason, all that business. He needs a run of games and he's going to come good. So I'm not going to be too harsh on him. I'm going to give him a few games and then I'll judge him properly. But yeah, four with that.
All right, moving on to midfield. We're going to start with Scott McTominay. I actually thought he was our best outfield player. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Best outfield player, obviously, Van de Beek when he played for 20 minutes or whatever it was. I've said this to a lot of people on the fan cams already. You know, a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with me because we're so pissed off with the result. But if you actually look at what he's in the team to do, he did it. Like, I'm not saying he was brilliant, but he did his job. He did, like, how many attacks did he stop, like, on the break? He got back. He was, you know, he had the desire to get back. And to be honest, he wasn't great, but he was the best of the bad bunch. So I'm going to give him a 5. I would think in 6, but I'm not going to.
So are we saying 6 is average? And then
6
5
is average, yes. So I've given him just below average. So I'm going to give him a 5. I don't think he was brilliant. Well, I don't think he was average because I still expect my DM to do more. But in terms of what he did, I don't know, 5 or 6, I don't really know. He's one of the two. I'm going to give him a 5. Let us know in the comment section what you lot think for McTominay. Adam, what have you gone for?
Look, right, he got dropped. That's what did it for me. You know when he got Ayew skinned him.
Yeah.
He got dropped, and that just really annoyed me. Like, he should stand his ground there. So I have given him a 5 as well because I do think he was below average. I don't think he was he basically played as a DM and a defender, basically. He went to the right side, didn't he? And I think somebody else was a better defender for us. So I've given him a 5. And I'll explain that as we go on.
Who else? We've gone through all the defenders.
Just wait.
If you fucking say Bruno, Adam, I swear to God. Anyway,
it is Bruno. Bruno was our best defender today. He was rubbish, but in defence, he was covering everything.
I don't give a shit about Bruno. Listen, Pogba, fucking hell. In fact, what did you give up for McTominay? What are you giving?
I'm going to give him a 6. I think it was a good game because, you know, after lockdown and stuff, I was so critical of him, saying that, you know, what the hell is he doing? You know, I was so pissed off with the guy. But you know what? To be fair, yeah, he won a lot of aerial duels. He got back. There was a couple of chances they had, and he got back. And
important tackles.
And some good tackles in there as well. But something about him, I liked it because he had a bit of fight in him. At least he had flipping aim to frigging play football. The rest of them was just flipping no shows, man. So yeah, 6. I would have given him a 7. You know, even honest to God, I thought he was that good today. I was really impressed with him. If you had someone alongside with him, he might have got a 7, so but I'll be a bit calm. 6.
No, I'm going to agree. Actually, I'm going to give him a 6 as well. I do think I'm being a bit harsh here because I think
he was really good.
He was the only he was literally the only person that showed any form of fight, like anything. It was trying to win something. Pogba was trying, but he was too slow. Man, his match sharpener was terrible today. Right, Pogba. For me personally, his worst ever game in a Man United shirt. One of the few positives that Ollie did do was take him off the pitch. I'm happy Ollie did that because he had to come off. He was terrible. Adam asked me 10 minutes prior, should you sub Pogba off? And at that point, I think it was at 55th minute or 53rd, something along those lines. I said, no, you can't. A couple of minutes later, I swear to God, within space of a minute, he passed the ball away 3 times. I said, get the fuck off the pitch.
He was getting tired as well. He was getting
it's literally passed the ball away 3 times within a minute, literally within a minute. And I was like, no, he needs to get off just for his own sanity or safety because he's having an absolute nightmare. So I'm gonna have to give him a 0. Honestly, I can't give him anything higher. Adam,
I've given him a 1 for the one shot he had on target, which was a decent shot. That's it. That's all I can say about him. I'm
basing it on his ability and what I expect from him, so it has to be 0 for me. But 1, fair enough. I can't argue with that too much. What have you gone for?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him a 0. It wasn't that bad, but I'll say 1. But there was right at the end of it when he was proper. You can tell running on empty. Basically, he was just giving the ball away. I don't know if he lost his head and stuff, but there's no match sharpness there. You can see it. I think he might have played too long or maybe too soon. I don't know.
But you as well. He's had COVID, hasn't he?
Yeah, obviously obviously I've not had it, but I mean, like from what I've heard from people, it takes its toll. It's like flu, and it smashes your whole body.
Obviously, it's draining, and
you don't know
it. It was a match shot, man.
He wasn't match fair, but even that, his ability-wise, it shouldn't take away from your passing ability and stuff like that. Regardless, stamina-wise, maybe.
Well, you say that, but when you're tired, you do make stupid mistakes.
You do, but who knows? But yeah, 1. I can't give him a 0.
Right, okay, that's fine. I've gone for 0. I don't really care anymore. Anyway, Bruno, keep us point like Cristiano. Adam said he's our best defender. Wow, I can't eat it. Wait, do you?
He made a couple of tackles, but he wasn't our best defender.
2
best defender. I'll go first, right? I'll go first.
I'll go first. I've gone first.
I'll go first. I'm
going to say it with my chest. He's getting a 2. Contributed absolutely nothing going forward. I can't remember him doing anything in the final third. Granted, every time he got the ball, he got squeezed out. They made him pass it, bring. But surely you can't give him higher than a 2. Adam, what have you given him?
As a defender, he got a 6. As an attacker, as an attacker, he got, I would say, probably a 1. So I'll go with a 5 or a 4 overall. I've written 4, but 4 or 5 just to annoy Usmaan. So Wass is loving it.
By the way, Adam is an accountant. Just to let you know.
No, I'm not going to do exactly. Like, I know halfway. I'm not doing that, but basically, yeah, Bruno. He defends so much that he can't be there to be in the attack. But he was basically covering people. He was covering Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What the heck? I'm tired. Fosu Mensah. He was covering him a lot, like McTominay was as well. And he just always seemed to be more in defence and covering, like when Pogba's mistakes and stuff. And when he tracked back all the way, he ran past like a couple of United players as well and tracked the ball back and tackled. It was quite right at the start, but he was doing that all the way until the end as well. So for me personally, Was looks like he's going to kill me. I don't know, but
Adam, speed you up. I want to go play Among Us, man. Come on, chop. What are we giving him?
4.
Okay. Was what have you gone for?
I'm going to give him a 2. It was the worst performance I've seen in Bruno Fernandes's Man United career. So poor. Well, I'm going to judge him. I don't give a shit if he's tracking back. I don't care about that now. He's actually bought to flip and create. He didn't create shit. And plus, the guys in front of him didn't move about as well. He didn't do anything. He didn't do nothing. I'm only going to give him 2 because I actually like him as a player. That's actually that. I'm going to be a sentiment there. So yeah, 2, man. Speed it up.
Okay, I've just called you and Joe just sent me a voice note separately. I don't know what's happened. Anyways, I feel like I'm in trouble. Right, okay, moving on to the front 3. I'm going to be I'm going to get through this. Let's just wrap this up. Let's get through this quickly because I can't be asked. I'm not going to lie to talk about Man United, especially when Arsenal just won as well late on. Anyways, Rashford, was Rashford even playing? Like, was he playing? Like, where was he? Like, I don't know where he was, man.
Hidden. I swear he's hidden away.
Fair enough. He actually got the ball. Martial, right? He's in strike. He got jack shit service, right? No service at all. But Rashford got the ball to his feet and didn't run past a single player. I'd love to see the stats, right? I'm sure Luke Shaw's got more take-ons than him and Fosu Mensah has. Surely.
Yeah,
they must have, because Rashford didn't get the ball and run past anybody.
I think David De Gea's got more. Got more.
Oh, yeah, because he got a take-on, because he took on the guy from Lindel's back pass. Now, he probably has got more take-ons. Anyways,
he took the ref on.
I can't give him higher than 2. I just don't know what he contributed to the team today. I'm just going to keep it there. I don't know what to say about him because he didn't do anything. Adam?
The front, I've given the same for the front 3, so I'm just going to say it now because it's just pointless because they were all rubbish. I've given all of them 1. Both James, Rashford and Martial. None of them did anything today. Absolutely nothing. I don't even, like you said, Rashford, I don't even remember him being on the pitch. Actually, James, I don't really remember being on the pitch as well. What did he do? I don't know. Martial tried to come back, but everything he did didn't work.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting the service at the front, so he came back a bit, and then he kept losing the ball when he came back. So I've just given all of them the same, just for argument's sake, and I've gone 1.
Okay, you've gone for 1 for all of them. I've got, no, to be fair, I'm just going to say 2 for Martial as well, because for the same reasons. What did he do? And James, I'm just going to give James a 2 because he only played 45 minutes. I'm going to be too harsh on him. Maybe that is being harsh, but it is what it is, isn't it? Right, what are your front 3 ratings?
Rashford 0, absolutely terrible. I've been bigging him. I'm not bigging him up anymore. That's in it. I've quit. He might play better now, but yeah, he was non-existent. He was non-existent. I can't give him anything. He was so poor, and he looked so nervous. He's like, it's the first time he's kicked a football in his life. Like he just go, yeah, this is your birthday present. What is it? It's a football. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's lost his ability to take players on. He's proper no confidence at all. And I'm not gonna blame his fitness as well. He looks fine to me. I think he looks fine. Kept on going, but there was nothing, no Rashford that what we associate with him. Martial, I'm not gonna be too harsh on Martial. I love Martial, obviously, but yeah, no service. The guy, I felt kind of sorry for him actually. He tried to come deep and that, but it wasn't working for him. He tried to take a couple of plays on, but the people just kept him, piling on top of him. You can't take everyone on, can you? He tried to do it himself. You can't. So I'm gonna give him. I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 3. Actually, no, 2. I'll downgrade that 2.
Right,
James 1. James 1.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Because it's not his fault. He's been picked. Simple as that.
Can we just go to Van der Beek? Because
can we just wrap this video? I don't want to be anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I've done all the fan cams and I'm doing this now. I can't be asked to talk about Man United. They're so fucking shit, all of them. Anyways, listen. The only positive really is Van der Beek. I'm gonna give him
7 for Van der Beek.
I'm gonna give him an 8. I'm just gonna give him an 8 because for no reason really. There's probably he scored first and foremost. Unbelievably good finish, very, very neat and tidy. It was a half a chance. He had to react, change his body shape, and he literally with his first shot, Man United scored with. As soon as he came on, he was the only person playing one-touch football. He changed the whole dynamic of the game. If it wasn't for fucking Lindelof making that absolute hash of a mistake, we might have actually equalized and made it 2-2, and that would have been down to Van der Beek. So probably a 7, but I'm just gonna give him 8 because I'm just happy he scored. Yeah, Adam.
Yeah, 8. I agree. They played better with him in, obviously because everybody else was having an absolute mare. But he did the one touch. He started with the one touch passing and the pass and move, and he scored, which was a good finish. So short and concise. 8.
Okay, was.
Yeah, 7. Obviously got the goal, well taken goal as well. I'm so happy for him. But I felt sorry for him as well at the same time because his flipping debut and they lose like that at home. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
That is embarrassing.
Come to a big club like that and it's terrible. But you know what? They need to flipping bottle his energy and his tenacity and that and flipping all drink it and flipping play the next game because it was so crap.
We have to beat Spurs now. We have to beat Spurs or also one of them teams.
Everything's a must win for the next couple of games because we're trailing already after the first game.
We're 6 points behind everyone because we have played one game less. But anyways, listen, let's move on. We can talk about that later. Right, so firstly, Agallo, I'm not going to even bother because he played like 10 minutes. So I'm just going to say 5 on behalf of all of us because what can you actually do? And then the other one was Mason Greenwood. So Greenwood came on. I thought he had some form of impact. Okay, granted, it wasn't as much as I want, but he wasn't as bad as Rashford in that. So I'm going to say 4 because he only played 45 minutes. I didn't. What are you saying?
I mean, I wrote down 6, but I thought he just.
I was gonna give him a 5, to be honest.
Right. Okay. Because I feel like he was just bang average. Because 6 is average. I thought he was.
I'd give him a 5. I think I was gonna give him a 5. I'll change it, but I'll give 5. So.
But basically, for the whole reason of bang average is what I thought, and he should have scored that header. Actually, no, I won't go for 5. He should have scored that header. That's below average. That should definitely be going back across goal.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah. But sorry, that's mine. I'll go 5 actually.
All right, Wes, what are you saying?
4. Yeah, that miss for me. He should have put that on target. He almost took his eye off it right at the last second. And you know, he just half-heartedly going to head rate. No,
I would have got an assist for Forster Mensah. It might have boosted his confidence as well. You never know, innit? Do you know what I mean? Might took that and run with it for the rest of the game.
4, man. He was. Again, I'm not going to blame him. He should have started for me, man. He should have started.
All right, okay, that's fine. Right, let's move on. Last but not least, of course, the manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Listen, Benji's not here. Benji, Joe, Kojo, obviously, they're meant to be here as well, but I can speak on behalf of them as well. And the 2 lads here, I'm going to speak on behalf of everyone. Please correct me if you think otherwise. A fucking 0. What the hell? What was that lineup? Why is Greenwood not starting? So Maguire, who's had a court case, starts, but Greenwood doesn't because he's had some bullshit. Like Greenwood was far less important, of an issue. He's a young lad. You should have fucking backed him or put him in. What's the point of subbing him on at half time? You just gave James the worst game for him to play against a team that's going to part the bus.
James
had
should
no
have
hope.
played
No, but James had no hope of doing well in this game against a team that parts the bus. We know his strengths. He needs to run into space, not against a team that gives him no space. So you just shafted James with that. And then with Greenwood, you subbed him on a half-time. What was the difference of him starting and playing a half-time? It's just baffling. Whole team section was shit. Tactics was shit. Patterns of play shit. You've seen all the fan cards. If you haven't checked all the fan cards, the guys have gone into detail regarding Ollie. I'm going to give him a 0. Do any of you guys got anything else to add, or do you disagree with it?
I do. I've given him 2, and I've given him 2 points for having the balls to take off Pogba. Because Pogba was shit, and that shows balls to take off. Somebody who got Mourinho basically out of the team.
He made a change at half time as well, to be honest.
And he noticed it.
Normally do that.
Okay, that's a fair point. His substitutions were actually the right ones to change. Okay,
so for that I've given 2, but for everything else he was terrible. And as Benji would say, I'm going to try and do it. 1 minute. I'm not going to do that. You're both making me laugh. Okay, I was trying to do a Benji laugh. Yeah. Holy shit. Get him out, old club. I don't know why I'm telling Jordy. Why did I tell Jordy?
You are from Jordy,
you're natural, yeah, mate.
Listen, so you're both going for a 2, yeah? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm just wrapping up the video because I'm sick and tired of this game already. Obviously, like I said, Arsenal have won.
Please subscribe.
I'm going to get absolutely destroyed on the Monday Rival podcast. If you don't know what that is,
rightly so.
We could podcast with Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, and I was chatting the most shit. So I'm going to get violated on that. So
rightly so.
That one. Make sure you shut up. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We're close to 800, man. Let us know your player ratings if you're watching this later. Peace.